Welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. Pull up a bar stool and join us for a random conversation, guaranteed to make you think or your money back.
Good day to you there, Sam.
Hello, Chris. How's it going? This is episode number 8.
Episode 8, yay.
The Chris and Sam podcast. Woohoo!
Yay! Fireworks.
Yes, not skyrockets.
Yeah,
no. You now know that no non.
I now know that there aren't skyrockets. So the end of episode 7, I mentioned, what do you call it? Oh, Kickstarter and stuff.
Yes, you wanted to
Because I was
check
interested
out
in finding out on how we're going with AFK, the gaming series. And we had a bit of a chat about this before the show, and I didn't know that it was their second go-round with this.
I just happened to be looking at it the other day, because I always find it interesting to see how close they are to their goal and hope they make it. But you can check out their previous Kickstarters. So I clicked on a button. And
so down by his name, the name of the person running the Kickstarter, it says previous Kickstarters or something like that, and you can click on that and it'll show you their other ones, which is great because it was for exactly the same thing. And what that means is you can look at what they did the first time, what they did the second time, and the second time's an improvement, so you can see what they did to improve it and use that for your own Kickstarter. I think that's brilliant.
It's definitely, and it's interesting because the very first one they wanted $40,000 and the second one was only $15,000.
Yeah, I don't know how. I've actually wondered how they were going to do what they're planning to do with it, just 15,000, because
you'd use that pretty quick.
I mean, it depends what you're going to. If you got some sponsors to do little bits and pieces for you, but yeah, you could burn through $15,000 for a web series pretty quick.
I could burn through $15,000 just doing anything.
Giant pumpkins.
And actually, anything I've been pulled up about, some words I say.
Oh, yes.
I put ink on the end of ing words.
Oh, right.
I don't realise I do it.
Or anything.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
And everything is the two that I've been pulled up about. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. That wasn't me, by the way. But
No, it was one of our listeners.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, leading on from...
So, how are we doing with AFK? So, we got, at the time we're recording this, they haven't been funded yet, so the goal is 15,000. They're at 11,861. I really hope they make it. What did I put in? 25, I think.
You did say 25.
Yeah. So there's 6 days to go. I'm really keen. I might have to do a bit of a push on social media and see if we can get these guys funded, because I want to see it made. I love the pilot. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think more people with 6 days to go should get behind it.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll make their goal, but we will let everybody know when that has happened. So we thought we'd have a bit of a drop kick and kickstart.
Kickstarter drop kick.
Okay, he got it right.
Yeah, Chris is just saying words.
He made it up. The name, that is. So anyway,
so the first one we're going to come across is a brand new Kickstart. It's still got 59 days to go, so you can get in there and be one of the core founders of this thing.
We will be the core founder because it's got zero pledge.
Well, that's right. They only need £150, which is not too bad. And then let's just talk about it. It's called Shite the Album. It's the next and new ESO thrash punk epic with songs about monks, a Vauxhall Corsa, and contemporary issues that affect us all.
Sorry.
If you pledge £3 or more, they don't actually have much in the way of rewards. But if you are kind enough to pledge, you will receive a pre-release copy of the album, which will be around 15 tracks of electro shite punk rock, freshly written and recorded by the Electric Shite Orchestra at the Doghouse Studio in Nottingham. It'll be fast, it'll be fun, and will cause blindness
in those who think
it's
too
not
clearly.
Even in those.
I know,
he's too clearly. It's
it right.
He can't even write properly.
Yeah.
So there's a few risks and challenges, and last time they put down 10 tracks in one recording session, and this time they know what to expect and how to use every minute constructively. The £150 will cover the cost of the studio time, and we will pay for your promo CDs as a thank you gift. If we raise the $150, we will easily be able to put this record down.
Easily.
Very
spelt
easily.
wrong.
Yeah, everything in this thing
Everything's spelled wrong. So that's a bit of a drop kick, I'm afraid.
You don't know that. It's got 59 days to go. They might smash their target.
I find this fascinating. I think Kickstarter and the other crowdfunding platforms are some of the best marketing, what do you call it, laboratories out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I have an idea. I'm going to try this, and we'll see if people can buy it. So before this started, I got to say, before this started, I said, oh, well, we can't just have a shite the album, which is a drop kick, obviously.
We'll look at one that's
doing well. Now, I didn't want to do the one we're going to talk about right now, mainly because it's got 60 hours to go or something. Yeah, so it's almost done. So it's like there's no point. Done. But it was such a genius idea that it's blown Sam's mind.
Chris is going to do most of the talking now because I can't deal with this.
This is called Nope. Live Free. So, Nope, Live Free.
You better explain what this is. And then, once you've explained it all and we've got 60 hours left, then you can... Don't tell them what it's at the moment. Just say what their goal was and explain the concept.
Okay, so
of
the goal is pledge for $500, right? And just scroll down a little bit. Yeah, it's a simple and elegant magnetic privacy shield for iMacs, MacBooks, laptops, and desktops. So it works for a whole range of things. Basically, it says there are people that like cover over their, what do you call those things? Little webcams.
The webcams that are built into your tablet, your phone, or your laptop or desktop.
Yeah. So people cover them, and they cover them for a very good reason, because people are now harvesting these images, and it's easy to get spyware in there that will do all that and copy things. And,
potential advertisers can actually look at what you're doing as well and work out what you want to buy and things.
So there's a whole lot of dodgy-ish stuff going on. But... tape leaves a sticky residue, and it's an issue.
It is, and it
loses its adhesiveness over time.
So the guys from, I better get this name right, what are they called?
Bungaloo, no, what was it?
The Bunga Jungle guys.
Jungle.
This is their 6th Kickstarter, and they're really good at supplying product and doing great things. They've come up with this thing called... Nope. N-O-P-E.
As in, nope, you're not looking at me. And what it is with some 3M tape and a magnet, or two magnets. One magnet is stuck to the thing.
Your screen or whatever, but to the side of the camera.
To the side of the camera. So it's not even a hollow magnet that's around the camera. It's a blob magnet that is off to one side of the camera, and a larger magnet sits on top of that, and you can swivel it around.
Sits on the edge of it. It levitates, and you can rotate the bigger magnet around.
So it covers the camera.
Or uncovers it when you need to use it. And there's different size magnets to cover different products.
Products, yeah.
So,
tablets and what have you. So this is possibly the easiest engineering ever in the history of the world. And we don't forget, we're looking at $500 is what they wanted to fund.
That's what they needed, because, it's 2 magnets and some tape. Keep that in mind. It's 2 magnets and some tape.
So with 60 hours to go, have they been funded? Drumroll, brrr, boom, boom. Yes, they have.
They have. Where's the percentage thing?
It's at the bottom, isn't it? The percentage is something like 16,000%. They have received, as of this moment, $82,434 for 2 pieces of tape and a couple of magnets.
And that's only from 7,198 backers.
Yeah. So this will retail at $30 a pop. Yes, you could use a bit of blue tack and stick it on your camera, or you could use some tape. But, hey, they put iMacs and iPads in here, so it's got to be more expensive than that, right? So $30 a pop.
I just can't get over it.
I want to save this on my bookmarks. I'm going to look this up, save it on my bookmarks. I'm going to go through the Bunga Jungle, whatever it is, and find out what they're doing, because this is a business model for these guys. Like, seriously, they've done a few. They seem to. I'm wondering if they're
piggybacking on their previous success a little bit.
Absolutely. I would say they have got an email. What do you call it? Email list.
Yeah, 16,486% for the Note. They had the Mount Anything Anywhere Neutron A and Neutron S.
So these are both magnet products.
Mounts, yeah, that was like mounting a product. That one got funded.
$97,000.
Not 978% funded. 609% funded for the next one, so another $60,000 for that. 1,318% for the Bunga Jungle World's Most Versatile Stand. That was... Okay.
It looks pretty good.
That was only 19,000. And...
the Bunga, which was their first one, was unsuccessful.
So...
but it just goes to show you, if at first you don't succeed...
get some magnets and some bit of tape and make a lot of money. It's... we have to come up with something.
We should. If you... as a listener, has any idea, just jump on this, the show notes for this, give us a comment and go, let's try this. We should do a live podcast, freaking Kickstarter. Or it might not be in Kickstarter, Indiegogo or whatever.
Yeah, we should track our campaign for something. Do you think you could do a joke one? A joke product?
Because there was that guy did a joke product. Remember?
No, it wasn't a joke product. It was an actual thing. He wanted a potato salad.
Oh, the potato salad.
And he won like $10, and now he got like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That, if you don't think that's a joke,
just look it up. Google that.
Potato salad boy.
I think we can. What's the word I want to say? We can capitalise on our living so far away from everywhere on a small island that's called New Zealand. We got to come up with some crazy product that will help us live our lives. And all the Americans can pay us.
Can you not think of any giant pumpkin thing that you could do?
No, not off the top of my head. No, but you want the product that you want to go with has to be broad. So it has to be spectrum, something that everyone will want to use in their home. I'm thinking some sort of fridge magnet thing.
You got magnets on the brain now.
I do have magnets on the brain because
it's a winning formula.
It apparently seems.
It's funny actually, because this is an aside now, but with the costume we were making for our guy, the Mandalorian in our film, the Star Wars fan film, we're like, how are we going to attach the armor and do all this, because he's got to do quite a lot of moving, and the original stuff that Boba Fett was wearing, he could hardly walk in, and our guy's going to be doing dive rolls and all sorts of stuff. And so he's used, what do you call those skins? Skin sportswear.
Yeah, you're talking about a compression
suit. That's it. He's got my compression top, which I'm never getting back. And we sewed magnets into it. Oh no, we sewed pennies, dollar coins, and 10-cent pieces, I think, into it. I didn't know our money was magnetic. It never used to be, but anyway, it is now. And we sewed 10-cent coins into it, and then the armor clips on with magnets. Magnets solve everything.
Yeah, they use that quite a lot in a lot of costuming.
Yeah, I'd never.
They use rare earth magnets, so they're quite strong.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and they're not that expensive actually.
No.
So yeah, maybe there's some things we can do with magnets, like our spoolie.
Yeah, there'll be something we can do. And I think the challenge is it has to be a product that's only made by like 3 items.
Oh, it's got to be simple to do, simple. And
so we can actually, provide a service, provide a product to people that need it, and fulfill the Kickstarter campaign. So
if you're listening to this and you've got a great idea and you can't be bothered doing it yourself, let us know and we'll see if we can. If it's something that makes sense, we might give it a go.
We'll work our magic and see what happens, and
do it. And we'll talk it through it as we go through a podcast. I reckon it'd be pretty cool.
It's very good. So one of the previous podcasts, I spoke about AliExpress.
Right.
And we spoke about how they're having that sale, the single sale.
Yep.
The 11th of the 11th. Which is a while back.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was on there. I actually brought some stuff. It's going to take like forever to turn up. I I have a.
That's right, because you told me about it. I was like, oh, I must look at that, and then I totally forgot about it, and I never looked at it.
So I've got a fascination with USB memory sticks.
Yeah.
I just keep buying them. I don't know why I need so many, but
I don't buy them. I get free ones. And I
yeah,
keep
but
the
some of the
ones.
free. You know, when we went to the marketing conference, one of those ones, I can't remember which one it was, that we got is utter crap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it can't.
I don't think
Its
I've used
read-write rate must be like 1 whatever kilobyte a second. It's so slow, I end up throwing it out.
Ooh.
So it was not a good choice from the marketing company.
There you go. So if you are going to market your products by putting your logo on the on a USB stick,
Yeah, try and get a
check
good
out
one.
how good the USB stick is before you do that.
It was real bad.
Because that's going to impact negatively on their brand.
Yeah. So I've got 128 gigabyte USB stick coming, 91% off retail, $12.50 US.
Woo.
So we'll see. And it's a named brand that I knew. So we'll see how that works. And then not to, just buy one memory stick, I had to buy another one. I brought another one for $5. It's in the shape of a key. So I'm hoping that'll replace the one that's almost broken on my key ring with a nice fancy new one. We'll see.
Right. Well, I was going to say something and I've totally forgotten. It's just popped out of my head.
Excellent. That's always a good start.
I haven't been drinking, really, really, truly.
No, well, he says that. I'm not so sure.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's right.
Nothing
I
at all.
actually cut out all the silence
Oh, good.
in the edits. The Android's getting an update soon. Lollipop.
Really?
Yeah. So we're on KitKat. Most people.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
most
yeah,
people
yeah.
are on
I was gonna go, yeah.
4.4.4,
Yeah.
and Lollipop's coming. So the bog standard buttons that are usually at the bottom of your screen if you've got an Android phone.
Yeah, you've got your...
It's usually that.
Oh, the three, actually...
Yeah, well, it depends on what phone you got. Mine's on my screen. Yours might actually be in the frame of the phone. It's hard to tell, but there's usually a back button.
I've got a couple in the frame of the phone.
Oh, well, this isn't going to affect you at all, Chris.
I've got a Samsung Galaxy S3, an older one. If somebody would like to sponsor our podcast by giving me a newer version of the Samsung,
Yeah, because that's okay.
because that's going to happen, right? Yeah, okay.
Let's help Chris out. We're going to crowdfund that too. But in the new update, they're actually replacing those three buttons down the bottom. For some reason, it's like going to be a triangle, a circle, and a square, I think, or something.
Oh, just the shape of them, but they're still going to do the same thing.
Yeah, and the whole look of the phone's going to be a bit flatter, and apparently it's going to mimic good old Apple iPhones. So we'll wait and see what that looks like.
Android's going to mimic the iPhone.
Wow, it just looks slightly. They're just taking bits and
that's
pieces
terrible.
from it. And the other thing that you can get with Lollipop, which should come out, and I know it's on some of the tablets that are running Lollipop, is profiles on the phone. So you can have, set up a profile for your phone that it can only look at photos. So if you gave your phone to someone to look at the photos, you switch profiles really quickly and just have it like as guest. And they can't actually do anything else on your phone. Now, I don't know about you, but my sister and brother-in-law have this friend who's, I don't know what's up with him, but he's an interesting fellow. So
It's not a Tyler in Tauranga.
No.
Carry on.
He's actually pretty much, 95% of the time a stay-at-home dad. So they gave, I think my sister was showing him a photo on the phone, and so he's looking at the photo, and then next thing you know, he's in an app and playing a game and then looking at something else on the phone. So this will be really good for them.
Yeah, that would be good. It'd be good to have a profile that just lets them use the phone and not access anything else.
Yes.
Can I use your phone? Yeah, sure.
And it's good. It's good for kids.
Yeah.
So you have a kid's profile, and all they can do is do what
play
they
their apps that don't go on the internet and
buy things.
Yeah. No, that's cool. So that's upcoming with Android. Ooh, what else technological have I seen lately?
I'm trying to think. There was something I was going to say.
I must say, I have been avoiding Steam for a while now. So you use Steam, the games platform?
I have Steam installed on this laptop,
Yeah.
but I'm not a heavy gamer. So
I've
not often I have to go into it.
I've got hundreds of games on my desktop upstairs on Steam. And the problem is they have these sales all the
Steam
time.
sales, yeah.
Steam sales, $2. I've always wanted to get that. I wanted to get that game when it first came out 4 years ago. And you get it, and then you never play it. So I have got a gazillion games, 100 games or so. And a lot of them I've never played. And the thing is, I don't have room on my computer to install all of them. But I have been playing Max Payne 3 again recently, so which is quite cool. They need to do more. I would love to actually get the StarCraft on there, but they don't have StarCraft on there.
Oh, okay.
Which is a shame.
But it must be like licensing.
Yeah, exactly.
Deals.
But what I love about it is that you can have it on different devices. So I've got a few games on my laptop, which are pretty basic games, and then my immersive games I'll play on my desktop.
Yeah.
And you don't have to ever worry about patching it, or updating, or all those sorts of stuff. It's all done seamlessly in the background, which I love.
Yeah, that's very good.
I was just filling in while you were talking about something else, or thinking about something.
No, it's good. I really wish this laptop was a bit higher spec.
Yeah,
it was pretty good when I got it.
Yeah,
but it does need a bit more grunt.
Yeah, mine's getting a bit like that. My desktop actually is pretty bad now. It's probably 7 years old, which is pretty old now.
Yeah, that's getting up there.
Yeah, it was real high spec at the time.
Yeah,
but
then as soon as you left the shop, it was out of date. Usual story.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it'll be a while before I update this. Got to save some money up.
Yeah, I've got to keep paying rent, so
that's good. That's a good priority to have.
I think so. And my flatmates think so too.
Oh, there's nothing worse than a flatmate that doesn't pay things.
Yeah, especially when it's all in my name.
Yeah, exactly.
What else did we do recently? So I've been at the gym today. So Les Mills. I've been at Les Mills, going to Les Mills for over 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yep.
That's a long time.
It is, and gym going times.
Yeah, it really is a community there. It's a bunch of people that I see all the time. One of my flatmates, I met her there. You see the same guys in day out. And today they had their workshop, so they had people come down from Auckland to do the latest release and da-da-da-da-da, and it was quite good. 9 o'clock this morning. We had a whole bunch of people there. It was close to 100 people in the room, jumping around, punching the air and stuff. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. So,
when you say new release, are you talking about like a group fitness class?
Yeah, so they do group fitness class. So I like going to the combat ones. So it's like punching and kicking and that sort of thing. It's funny too because I have to stand down the front. I can't be at the back because...
Why?
Because people distract me. I look at them and go, "You're punching wrong. You're kicking wrong. You shouldn't be doing it like that." So I have to be right at the front with nobody in front of me, so I can't be distracted.
That's pretty interesting.
I know, because I taught that stuff. Well, not the group fitness stuff, but the punching and stuff for years and years, and I just can't switch it off. And if I see somebody doing it wrong, it will just nag at me.
Would you end up just yelling out like in a fit of rage, "You're doing it wrong"?
I have been so tempted, but it just takes me out of focusing on what I'm doing, and so I don't get my workout. So
I'm semi-unco at the best of times, so I'd put you right off because I can't get the timing right. Because someone in a group situation, someone does something, and my brain's like 2 seconds behind, going, "Okay, that's what we have to do." Yeah, so it's just like,
and that's a practice thing as well. The more you do it, the better you'll get. I mean, I went to the dance class one, the jam. They call it body jam.
Oh yes, I think that's the one I've done once before, many years ago, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, we did it a few years ago, and I used to go. So they'd do the combat, and then straight after they'd do the jam, and we did the double twice a week. And it was pretty good, and I only managed it because I was already tired from the combat, because if I think, like you're saying, I screw it all up. But if I'm already tired, I don't think, and I just move and I do it okay. But I can't do it anymore.
When I was going to the gym, I haven't been to one for a long time, but one of the things I did like doing was the spin class.
Oh yeah,
on the stationary bike thing.
Yeah,
and it was really cool because it was, like you said, it was the same group of people every week for that one. So we'd all see each other and wouldn't really say much, but you'd say hi and sweat non-stop because it's really hard. And one time this poser girl turned up, and she was like dressed in fancy everything.
The lycra and all
that.
that.
Yeah, all the latest shoes and all this. And she's like on this bike, and the instructor's saying, you need to feel the burn, like crank it right up, and we're climbing a hill, and I want you up, standing up. And this chick's like, oh, okay. And her feet are going around really, really fast, really, really fast. And the instructor just stops, gets off her bike, goes over, cranks up the resistance to what it's supposed to be, as opposed to nothing, and says, if you're not struggling, you're not doing it right. And this chick was like, oh, okay. Never saw her again after that class.
I don't like that, because they call it RPM at Les Mills. I don't know if it's the same thing or whatever. And it's not owned by Les Mills, I think. It's licensed to them, so there's an additional charge to do that. But, I'm not a big fan of that. But that's because I'm not a big fan of bikes in general. I grew up in Wellington on the top of a big bloody hill. And, we didn't, do bikes.
Oh, well, I've got a mountain bike. When I left my last job and they paid me out, I went and got a mountain bike because apparently that was the thing that everyone was doing. And it's pretty good. I went to the Hamilton mountain bike track, and I've been there a few times and thought I was going to die halfway around due to the lack of fitness. And one time I actually fell off. I went around this corner, and I was pretty lucky, actually. I missed a tree.
Yeah.
It's pretty... But then I actually YouTubed how to corner on a mountain bike properly. I was doing it completely wrong.
Oh, wow.
Because I hadn't been on one for so long. I guess naturally...
Yeah, and I wouldn't... I've been on one once. I got taken for... Really? I forget where we were. I think it was out Coromandel way. We went...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we went on to some trails there, and that was pretty cool. The problem was I'd been off sick, like sick, real bad flu, and so I was like blocked up with snot and that, and it was a painful ride, to be honest, with the two people that go all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good, and I think I could get into it.
Quite a few people I know are right into the downhill mountain biking.
Yeah.
So they've got very expensive mountain bikes with lots of bells and whistles. Like,
they have bikes dearer than the last couple of cars that I've had.
Yeah, exactly. My mate just upgraded, and he's got the button that makes the seat go up and down. Like, you press a button and it goes down, drops, and then when you're climbing again, you need the seat again. It comes back up. It's crazy, and it's got all these. So after a while, I've sort of realised that's not what I want to be doing. I mean, it's fun, but not to that extreme of going downhill with full face masks, helmets, and things. So I think I'm tending to go towards more trail rides.
Yep.
Though I do have a slight problem, is my car's very, very small. I have to dismantle the whole bike, and it barely fits in the car. So I really do need to get a tow ball just to transport bikes
those
around.
tow bar brackety things are pretty cool. So what you want to do too, I reckon, is down by Bennydale, there's a 2-day track, and it's the biggest. So it's just a little trail. It's not a mountain bike trail as such.
Yeah. Oh,
and it has, what is it called? The biggest suspension bridge in the southern hemisphere, or at least in Australasia. If you go to newzealand.com, the tourism website, it's featured on the front page of that. And they spent millions of dollars on this. And it's a 2-day ride. I've friends down there that run a B&B, and you can go down there and stay at their place, and they have the shuttles taking you to the, first part, and then pick you up and bring you back, and all that.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, I'm quite keen to have a go. So another live podcast on site from the.
I don't think we'd live do that one. I'll just be huffing and puffing and swearing, and then.
But we could do something in the evening after dinner. That'd be cool, with a couple of red wines or whatever. Oh, I'll do the red wines.
Yeah.
I thought you were looking something up.
No, nothing. That's pretty much us anyway.
Yep. Okay, so that's enough rambling for today.
That is enough rambling.
And we are rambling.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. I think, I need to do a little bit more research before the next one.
Possibly.
I'll take that on board. But if you have any ideas of things you think we should be talking about, go to thechrisandsampodcast.com, look in the latest episode, which should be 8 if you're listening to this, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
but you leave us a comment and sort of say, hey, what do you guys think about this that's happening, or this new tech that's coming out, or whatever? And absolutely interested to talk about it. Now, we have got a guest coming soon.
Once we can get hold of him.
I know. I've been ringing him all weekend to be here, and his phone was turned off all weekend. So, looking forward to that, and we may even get a couple of other guests on here at some point.
Yeah, once we rope them in, literally. Lasso.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'll remove your gag.
That's getting a bit extreme. But we will definitely get someone in here. So check us out on all the top podcasting sites / applications.
Yep. That's TuneIn and Pocket Cast and Stitcher and iTunes.
Yep, we're on all of them, the Chris and Sam podcast.
Yep. We're not the top hot tub guys in Facebook.
If you ever find the hot tub guys, that's not us.
Yeah, that's a different Chris and Sam. But they're wildly entertaining and hilarious.
I'm sure they are.
All right, so it's been great catching up with you again, and we will see you next week.
Yep, definitely.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you next week. Don't forget to tell your friend.